You have a problem with your boss. You really want to communicate the problem you have, but you're afraid you're going to get fired. You're afraid to say something, and as a result of not saying something, that conduct which you don't approve of continues. What do? I think the best way is to write down exactly what your concerns are. Write them down like you were making a presentation of that paper to me. What would you write? And once you write down all of your ideas, then how would you present them in a way to me where I would respect you? Hey, I have a couple of things I'd like to discuss with you. They're kind of sensitive, and I got to tell you, I was really uncomfortable at bringing up these items to you because I thought you would retaliate. I thought that you might fire me. But I know you're bigger than that. And I know that you won't do that. And I know that you're a sensible and good person that would want to hear what your employee has to say. That would be reasonable and say, hey, I either want to understand the problem and say, you're right, I'll fix it, or I want to be able to explain back to you that you're misunderstanding me. How would I do that? Well, you see, as I just did right there, what reasonable person, what unreasonable person is going to then vindictively fire you, then vindictively respond to you in that way? If they did, you shouldn't be working there because it'll never get better. But most of the time you'll find that most employers don't want to let go employees. Most employers recognize that retraining a new employee is far worse than rehabilitating or working with an existing employee. So take your problem seriously. Sit down and think about how a person might react. Present it in a way that you think is diplomatic but gets across your points. You can add things like, listen, I want to tell you what my concerns are. And then I want you to respond and tell me if you think the evidence is bad. Like, am I basing it on a wrong conclusion? Because I'm happy to be misunderstood. I'm happy if I'm wrong. That would be the greatest thing in the world, but I just want to make sure. So here's my chance to present it to you. You see what I'm doing here? I'm doing things that will allow you to communicate, to get across your feelings, but at the same time do it in a professional way that a professional can respond. And what you're essentially doing is allowing your employer to be a big person, to be a bigger person, to be elegant and professional. And most of them will take that opportunity.